budgeting hacks, how to live on less and save more. Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. If you're looking to make the most of your money, you've come to the right place. So today we're going to look at budgeting hacks, creative and practical ways to live on less and save more. Whether you're trying to get out of debt or trying to save for something, these hacks should help your paycheck stretch. These are not crazy tips, like make your own soap. So anyway, who am I? I'm Eva. I am the founder of Fierce Rich Money. I started this channel to help keep me accountable. After 2 years of unemployment, I'm back in debt. So I got out of debt before years ago using my plan, and it's happening. I'm using it again, and I will get out of debt. So, we discuss practical, normal ways of getting out of debt here and in our community, because nobody wants to do that extreme crazy stuff. All right. So let's go. All right. Budgeting hack 1, the power of meal planning. So this is one of the biggest areas where people can save money. Eating out, grabbing takeout, adds up. And look, I love eating out. Even spontaneous trips to the grocery store. You know what? Because you don't go in and buy one thing. So this is where meal planning comes in. You know what you're making, you know what you need to buy, and you can avoid last minute takeout decisions. Look, it's never going to be 100%. There's still going to be those nights where you get home from work or from doing whatever and you're exhausted and you're still going to want to do takeout. So don't beat yourself up when that happens. So start taking inventory of what you have on hand already so that when you go to the grocery store, you're not throwing a million things into your cart. And you can plan your meals around what you have at home. So I know that works for me. Not only does that save money, but reduces food waste. Another thing that works for me are freezer meals. There are great channels out there that I recommend that are great with meal planning and freezer meals. Another thing I try to do is meal batching, I think it's called. So I put chicken in the slow cooker, chicken breast, and with nothing else. And then when it's done, I put them in individual baggies, and I've got dinner. I can use the chicken for chicken pot pie, chicken fried rice, and anything else. Oh, quesadillas, because we love quesadillas, because who doesn't? So that is definitely something that helps me with meal planning. All right, number 2, the no spend challenge. So this one is tough sometimes. You're not allowed to spend money on things that aren't like your bills. So obviously you pay your mortgage or rent, but other non-essentials, you can't do it. You can do it for a week, even a month. I find a day is okay. You'll find creative ways to entertain yourself, cook meals from scratch or cook what you have on hand. I don't judge anyone who doesn't cook from scratch because I don't. All right. Use what you already have instead of buying new. And it's really a great way to break the habit of unnecessary spending. Seeing how much you can save, like once you see that's huge. You can challenge you and your family ways of getting creative. So instead of, say, going out to the movies, you go to the park. So there are lots of ways to do that. All right, number 3, cashback apps and coupons. Look, when you need to spend money, because we all do, make sure you're getting the best deal possible. There are those cashback apps like Fetch and Rakuten, whatever the hell it's called now. And I do have affiliate links in the box below. So, check them out. Those are definitely really good because it's easy. And before you buy anything, especially like a higher ticket item, Google that item and coupon and see what's available. You'd be surprised. the water filters for our fridge, I always use a coupon that I find online. And it's usually like for 40% off and free shipping and all that. You know what? Those filters aren't cheap either. So I highly recommend that. All right, buying in bulk when necessary. That is definitely a good way to save, but only on items you know you will use and have a long shelf life. So obviously paper products, we lived through 2020. Staples like rice, pasta, canned goods, household cleaners, those are fine to buy in bulk if you have the room also to store it, because not everybody does, especially if you're in an apartment. So make sure you've got room for it. And again, make sure it's something that won't expire, because that's not saving you money if it expires and you're throwing it out. All right. Keep an eye out for sales and stock up when the prices are low. So cutting utility costs. How do we do that? I mean, obviously, shut the lights off and don't let the water run. Remember, think of your father. I don't own the electric company, but there are other ways to lower those bills. And again, turning off the lights, electronics and appliances when they're not in use. Energy efficient LED bulbs, which use less electricity and last longer. It's more of an upfront cost, but it's got a longer life and will save you money. Saving on heat and cooling, adjusting your thermostat, obviously a little bit colder in the winter, which I personally love. And in the summer, don't make it a meat locker in your house. Don't forget water usage, shorter showers, fixing leaks, running full loads of your dishwasher, washing machine can really help reduce with your water bill. Transportation costs. So, for a lot of us, this is a major expense. There are plenty of ways to save also. Obviously, can you walk there? Can you bike there instead of driving? So that's something. It not only saves you money, but it's good for your health. All right. It saves on gas and wear and tear in your car. Carpooling with coworkers or friends is another great option. Using public transportation when it's available, which isn't always the cheaper thing. So keep that in mind. Keeping your car well maintained improves fuel efficiency. So make sure your tires are properly inflated. Go for an oil change. All right. So that actually makes a huge difference and will keep your car running longer. DIY. So this is another way to save money by doing certain things yourself instead of paying a professional. Certain home repairs you can do. Cooking at home, which is really DIY instead of eating out. So learn how to do those basic home maintenance things like fixing a leaky faucet, painting a room. You know what? You can save a lot of money with that compared to hiring a professional. Cooking at home. Remember, going out to eat is hiring a professional. Although certain things, do be careful because it might look easy to do, but might not be. And just Google it, YouTube it. There's a DIY project, like someone's explaining it. There is a channel dedicated to what you need to do. I guarantee it. Think of something you need to do and go Google it. You know what? Or YouTube it. I'll wait right here. All right. So always DIY, but know your limits. All right. I remember my father wanted to do something that involved the gas line. And I was like, 1, it's illegal. 2, you are going to kill us if you do it wrong. So he didn't do it because, I mentioned you will kill us and it's illegal. So always make sure you know your limits and, again, know what's illegal, right? Declutter and sell unused items. Look, let's face it, we all have stuff sitting in an attic or a basement or a garage. Go through it, sell it. You don't use it, get rid of it. Donate it, but get rid of it. It takes so much time to take care of it, and time is money. So keep that in mind. Clothing that you don't fit into anymore, electronics, furniture, books, games. Look, there are plenty of online platforms where you can sell these things or have a yard sale, like something like so many towns do their yearly garage sales. So participate in that. It'll bring in extra money and create a more organized and peaceful living space. Embrace minimalism. I'm not talking about the one where you get rid of everything and you've got like 3 cups, a fork, and a plate. Like, I'm talking about the kind where you have what you need, not depriving yourself. It's being intentional with your purchases, like not just wearing like all white linen clothing. Like, I'm not talking about that kind. Just focusing on what truly adds value to your life. Buying less and prioritizing quality over quantity, you will reduce the amount of money you spend. And plus, you're not going to have a house full of crap. All right. I know for me, having too much in a room, I get overwhelmed and anxious. So, and I never realized it. And, finally I did realize it and I got rid of a lot of stuff. I also am the daughter of 2 very neat and clean hoarders. So everything was packed away nicely in Rubbermaid bins. Like, it wasn't like that TV show. But you know what? It was still stuff that they spent money on that we didn't use or rarely use. So that's something to keep in mind when you're buying something. Like, do you really need it? All right. So that's that one. Track your spending. That's the important thing. See where your money's going to. You might be surprised. Sometimes you think you're not spending a lot in one area and it turns out you are. Or you think you're spending a lot in another area and it turns out that you're not. So really keeping an eye on that. Just, again, you can use a budgeting app or just a little notebook, a little, Excel spreadsheet. So, save your receipts and make sure you enter everything. So that is definitely one way to see where your money is going to and make the necessary changes. Take advantage of free or low-cost entertainment. So, this one's definitely a lot easier in the summer. Like, I know my town and like most towns that has like a big park in it does a lot of free stuff. Like, they'll do concerts and movies, which is always fun. You bring a blanket and something to eat and you watch a movie in a beautiful park instead of, at home. You can go explore local parks and trails for fun. Again, there's so many free concerts or low cost stuff. And, it's a nice way to have fun without spending a ton of money. And, oh, don't forget your local library. They don't have just books and movies and music you can borrow. They'll let you know like what the free stuff is. Oh, they also sometimes have passes to local attractions. So that's a nice thing. Basically, living on less and saving doesn't mean you have to sacrifice the things you love. With some creativity and some smart planning, you can stretch your budget further and build a more financially secure future. Look, it's the small, consistent changes that make the biggest difference over time. All right. So thank you for watching, and I hope you got value from this, and I will see you in the next one.